Can you tell me about your prior internship experiences at Omnicable and what was different about the Siegfried Fellowship Program?
Sure. Well, we've always had interns over the years, every summer, but it would typically be family, friends, children of employees, and they weren't really structured internship experiences. It was more just short-term projects, really no outcome, and just allowed them to get some work-life experience. This one was much different in that we came in with a job description up front, defining the expectations, the timeline of what the project would entail, and had a real job description around it. So it's much different from that perspective.
What about the Siegfried Fellowship Program has changed your mind about the way you approach engaging institutions interested in partnering with your organisation to create the internship opportunities for their students?
It's a good question. I would say the thought that went into putting this program together at Gettysburg, we appreciated the assistance they provided, helping screen students. We posted a job up front. Students applied. We had an opportunity to screen through resumes and actually conduct on-campus interviews. So there was an interest level from the student right out of the gate that they knew what they were getting into. They made a commitment to it. This wasn't just a filing exercise, but it was something real-world experience in resume building for them. And we would gain, some real outcomes from the project as well.
And can you tell us how Omnicable benefited as an employer through the contributions of the most recent Siegfried Fellow?
Sure. We had a great experience with our student Melanie this past summer. We defined an expense management project that she worked on, helped us move our paper-based expense reporting system to an online web-based system, as well as developing the training curriculum and building some of the policies and procedures around it.
Would you recommend participation as an employer partner in the Siegfried Fellowship Program to other employers, and why?
Sure. It's much different from the traditional experience I've seen in my career at Omnicable as well as other employers. The students coming into this program are committed to making this work. They're being evaluated not by me exclusively, the employer, but the university at Gettysburg had an active role in participating in the evaluation of the student, their performance, through I think it was monthly updates and reports that we were giving, as well as calls. And there was definitely a connection there to making this a success for both parties.
And can you mention the structured partnership between the college, the student, and the organization?
Like we talked about earlier, they took an active role and interest in making sure that the student was prepared coming in, through both their career development office and engaging them early in the process. So even before the student came on board, there was some onboarding expectations provided to the student up front. So they came prepared from day one, whether it's just basic office etiquette, dress codes, style of behavior in the office, all those things. It felt like they were coached on before they arrived, and were well prepared for success.
And what were the benefits of the learning contract and continuous feedback loop between the college, the student, and the organizations?
I think we had a great experience. We had a great student. We didn't really have any issues or concerns along the way. However, I could see the value in that. Their engagement was to such a degree that had there been issues or concerns along the way, we would have been able to address them in concert together. So it wouldn't have been just us disciplining or having an issue with a student, but Gettysburg took an active interest in ensuring that success and really getting somebody back on path, if they strayed off the track.
And can you talk about the ROI to Omnicable and the bottom line impact that Melanie had specifically to the organization?
Sure. No, it was an absolute impact to the business. It was something that we had kicked around for probably the last 3 years, as iPhones and app enhancements became available. This application that she worked on really changes the way we manage our expenses now moving forward. As we never would have gotten around to it. It was such a big project to undertake, short of maybe bringing in a contractor or a consultant to really work on this project. It wasn't something that was going to get off the ground until we had a dedicated resource to do it. So we felt that without Melanie's dedication to it, this never would have gotten done.
Okay, and can you elaborate on how Omnicable benefited by having a Siegfried Fellow with a liberal arts background specifically?
Sure. It's a broad-based educational background. I think she came to the table with critical thinking skills that you may miss in a business-only environment or a business-only education. She was well-rounded and able to kind of interface with every population within the organization. Handled herself well, able to kind of be self-directed and understand the problems along the way without looking for a lot of direction. And I think that's really an outcome of the broad-based liberal arts educational environment that you get at Gettysburg College that you may not really experience at other schools. Thanks so much.
Thank you.